Warning: this article contains spoilers for the original Season 5 finale. The Vampire Diaries spin-off ran for 5 years and explored the highs and lows of the original vampire family as they relocated back home to New Orleans. Villain Klaus, played by Joseph Morgan, became one of the most loved characters in the CW universe, as fans begged for his eventual redemption and chance at happiness. Yet in a completely unexpected twist, executive producer Julie decided to have both brothers Klaus and Elijah, Daniel Gillies, sacrifice themselves in a bittersweet tragedy as the curtain fell on the show. Fans were devastated, as the writer has created a second spin-off for the show in the form of Legacies, which will see Klaus's daughter Hope attend the Salvatore Supernatural boarding school. Yet in an even more surprising turn of events, Julie has now revealed she may not have made the decision if actors Joseph and Daniel had wanted to come back. Speaking to Variety, Julie shared, "Had Joseph Morgan and Daniel Gillies been knocking on my door saying, 'Please let us show up on the spin-off, we're so excited. We want to continue on this legacy,' I might have thought twice about saying goodbye to both of them. But in the absence of that enthusiasm, I felt like it was right and poetic, and it was beautiful even as it was tragic to say goodbye to both brothers." The actress went on to explain how she came up with the plan to tie both Klaus and Elijah's lives together as the series came to a close. "That was a realization that was always a spiritual understanding we had about the brothers," she carried on, "but that we didn't actualize until Season 5. We always figured we'd be able to bring one of them full circle and release them from their immortal curse, the idea being that in 1,000 years of living you've lived multiple lifetimes, and so there is a point when living remains more of a curse than dying." She continued, "We always knew we wanted to do that, but the dissembling of the partnership, the do death do us part and then letting death part them, was when we decided with Elijah in the part he played in not being able to protect Haley Phoebe Tonkin from her death that it felt like his own death was a reductive act for that. What's more, to add to fans' disappointment even more, Klaus and Caroline, Candice King, weren't able to get their happy ending on the series. Julie was insistent on giving them their goodbye however, and many viewers were satisfied with how their story concluded. When asked whether she could have omitted the final scene, Julie said, "I have to believe there are plenty of fans who would have been just fine. But as a fan of them myself, I'm glad to have been able to give them that final moment." The producer confessing off Klaus and Elijah was a difficult process however, as she has always been keen to allow ex-cast to return. "It does and it doesn't," she said. "The one thing that we've done over the years across both shows is make excellent use of the dream sequence. We've been very liberal with the ease in which we bring people back to life. There's an Obi-Wan Kenobi philosophy of cameos that I always love as well." The original Season 5 will return to Netflix later this year. So, if one day Joseph Morgan knocked on my door, I could find a way to make it work.